can't handle it. You're better off.
If I got here sooner, none of this would have happened. And you know what? You want to know who that scoundrel is? I'll tell you. It's no one else but that ungrateful snake, Zhang Huaishen, who's scheming to become governor. You really think General Zhang's return to the Tang was something to celebrate? Ridiculous. Throughout history, how many hostages have ever had a happy ending? Zhang Huaishen went against his superior, raised troops in rebellion, and threw everything into chaos. They say General Zhang is returning to the Tang, but in reality, Zhang Huaishen is sending him straight to his death. That traitor threw his blade here with malice. I'm going to pull it out. I can't let this blade stay here and dishonor the General.
Be careful, sir. Let me help you.
Forcing General Zhang? That's nonsense. Why Shen wouldn't do something like that?
Wait, where did the blade go? That person over there. Sir, I'll go get it.
This blade. No one's allowed to disrespect it. Go ahead. Do whatever you want to me. Even kill me. But this blade, you're not taking it away. It's a good blade. And its owner, he's no dishonorable man.
You know who owns it?
Of course. Back in the Raging Tides, we were like brothers. He drank the strongest liquor, rode the fastest horses, and took down the fiercest enemies in the desert together. People call him dishonorable. I don't believe a word of it. I'll bring back proof myself to show those doubters.
You really trust him that much?
I do. Raging Tides doesn't take in the ruthless or unjust. Besides, General Zhang is like family and a mentor to him.
Family and mentor?
General Zhang is Wei Shen's uncle, and he even taught Wei Shen blade skills. The General treated him like his own son. Even this blade was a gift from General Zhang himself.
If that's the case, why are there rumors of trouble now?
I don't know. Wai Shen left Raging Tides years ago. It was brought back by people from Liangzhou. Later I found this note in his room. Might explain why he left. Here, take a look.
After he left Raging Tides, where did he go?
He joined the Guiyi army, but he didn't follow General Zhang's orders. He started from the bottom as just a regular soldier. And I even went to find him at the camp once. Things weren't going well for him. He never got any special treatment from General Zhang. So people just wrote him off as a lost cause and ignored him. But Wai Shen has a stubborn streak. Once he makes up his mind, nothing phases him. Even being overlooked. I couldn't just stand by. I laid into those bullies, knocked their teeth out. Knocked their teeth out last I heard.
And what happened after?
Then the squad leader showed up. Real tough fighter. When I threw a punch, I ended up dislocating my shoulder.
Oh, are you okay?
Gotta hand it to you. You really know how to hold your own.
Wait, did you do the same back then?
How did you know? Yeah, I messed up. I couldn't take down that squad leader. Wai Shen stepped in. Because of me, he got into trouble. It blew up completely. General Zhang himself showed up. One order from him and both of us ended up in jail. I still remember it like yesterday. When the general came to question Wai Shen, his shadow stretched long in the candlelight. I couldn't hear every word, but one thing came through clear as day. A favor.
What favor?
General Zhang wanted Wai Shen to learn to bow his head.
Why would the general want that?
He always thought highly of Wai Shen. Maybe this was just his tough way of teaching him how to get things done. To the general, the ends justified the means. But Wai Shen refused to bow. He kept his head high, staring the general straight in the eye. When the general left, he said something I heard clearly. If you won't bow, fine. A blade was never meant to bow anyway. We were stuck in that cell for a long time. When we finally got out, those bullies didn't dare mess with him anymore. Later on, Wai Shen led them and pulled off some big things. Men from the Northwest respect a true fighter. Even those guys knew Wai Shen was a man of honor. There's no way he'd ever do something dishonorable. That's why I can't give you this blade. I still have unfinished business on Wai Shen's behalf. Tomorrow, maybe the day after, when the truth comes out, I'll return this blade to where it belongs. That's a debt I owe him. No drinks got me this tired. You got more questions, ask now. My eyes are closing on their own. Got any more questions? Got any more questions? That's a long story. But to start with, Wai Shen didn't really practice blade fighting at first. Even after he joined Raging Tides, he wasn't into that kind of thing. We're not exactly the blade-wielding type over there. General Zhang always said that the blade technique is too rough. Easy to hurt others. And even easier to hurt yourself. He said whether someone's good with the blade isn't about talent or disposition. It's about whether they've got that fire in their heart. And back then, the general didn't think Wai Shen had it. That changed one time when Wai Shen and I were hunting down some bad guys for our sect. There were several bandits surrounding him, charging straight at him. But he just ignored their blades flashing at him and cut right through them with a single strike.
He threw himself in harm's way just to land that one blow?
Exactly. A true blade man never holds back. No one can stop someone like that. When General Zhang found out, he gave Wai Shen a blade. His old blade from before he used the famous Whitebreaker.
Wait, The general used a blade too?
I'm not sure. I heard his blade was a gift from someone else. And the Whitebreaker is neither a blade nor a sword. It's something else entirely. Honestly, sometimes it's better not to use a blade at all. Blade users tend to be too stubborn. They never back down once they've made up their minds. Blade fighters. Got any more questions? From what I've seen, Wai Shen has always respected the general a lot.
How can you tell?
Because he keeps saying stuff like, my uncle said this, my uncle said that. I mean, he talks about his uncle so much. Isn't that clear? He was always reciting this one poem. I heard it was a poem the general left him. Year after year. I'm no scholar, but I remember he carved that line somewhere. Got any more questions?
Wait, what's this letter here? About that day. Which day? Is that old man still around?
It's all my fault. All my fault. I didn't protect the general. You're back, Wanderer. What about that thief? Thief? You've been deceived. So was the general.
Have I?
Those traitors. They really were hiding evil intentions. I even warned the general. That man was from a collateral branch. If he kept letting him do as he pleased, he might end up threatening the general's own bloodline someday. But the general still trusted him and favored him. And that's why everything went wrong that day.
That day? What exactly happened?
I saw it myself. Zhang Shen and his men surrounded the temple. Wouldn't let any of us near. He cornered the general.
So according to you, Zhang Huaishen actually controlled the general's movements?
No. Wait. That's not... The general would never...
This veteran says Zhang Wusi is a liar. But honestly, I'm not sure he is telling the truth either. In that temple he mentioned. Maybe Zhang Wusi is there. I should ask more. Sir, where's this temple you talked about?
At the Sparrow Sutra Hall. The general was there that day.
Doing here?
I was worried you'd do something rash.
I won't. I've asked around. This temple is where everything started. It happened during the celebration ceremony.
So you want to go inside?
Of course. Wanderer, I need your help. I'm slow and I don't read well. Once we're inside, I'll need your eyes.
You're that sure I'll help?
I know people when I see them. I'm not wrong about you. Let's look around.
There are a bunch of secret reports, too. Most of them about the general returning to the Tang court.
I remember that time when Tang envoys had come to Liangzhou. The veterans of the Guiyi army didn't want the general to go to Chang'an. Why? Hard to say.
Look at this. Letters stacked to the ceiling, all of them accusing Zhang Huaishan.
They were so certain the general's own son would take over. They couldn't wait to smear Wei Shen. But why are they all piled up here? Did the general stash them away on purpose? Wait, Wander, come look at this. Wei Shen's father. Wasn't he supposed to have gone to Chang'an of his own will? But from what this letter says, the general was the one who sent him?
If the letter is right, that Huaishan's father went to Chang'an as a hostage because General Zhang arranged it, then the general lied to Huaishan. Going to Chang'an wasn't just his father's choice. And that old soldier, we heard him say that when Huaishan confronted the general hadn't even given his decision about going to Chang'an yet. But this report shows the general already had plans in motion, which means before that night, the general had already decided to go to Chang'an. But why? What reason did he have?
I found this in a hidden compartment. Take a look. Could it be? So the general always intended for Wei Shen to take over Liangzhou?
Exactly. That secret meeting, it wasn't a confrontation at all. They were in league with each other.
I knew it! Wei Shen would never turn against the general. He was the one the general had his eye on from the start. Not long after that night, the general left for Chang'an. Maybe that night was just like this. Snow falling hard.
Feels like something out of a story. A young man in bright clothes on a spirited horse, taking up Liangzhou's blade from a fading hero. From that moment on, he rode across the frontier with steel in hand. Let's show this to that veteran.
We were the ones who couldn't bear to see him leave. We were the biggest obstacle in his way. This blade, it belonged to General Zhang and to the man before him. The day it was driven into the ground, that was also the day Zhang Huaishan, no, young General Zhang, received his father's keepsake back. No wonder he kept repeating that line.
What line? What was he saying?
A poem. Something about the ring of a blade.
The blade circle?
And the return it symbolizes. The circle of the blade and the homecoming of the man. 3 generations of the Zhang family used this blade. The elder brother passed it to the younger to his nephew, and the nephew planted it in the snow, right here. That blade, standing alone in the snow, it was waiting. Waiting for the one who left for Chang'an to come home again. No. That blade, I have to put it back. Wanderer, that blade, it needs to stand in the snow again. Year by year, from Golden River to Jade Gates Line, day by day, horse and blade in rhythm align. Spring's warm breath, yet snow still drifts and clings, while the yellow river winds around Black Mountain rings.